get your name down, and then once they have you, in about 3 years' time, you'll be paying a lot more. Um, like it's been proven already in England in the 1980s. They privatised water, and the bills have trebled since then. And the government, they're talking about this is for water conservation. Well, it was the IMF that told the government to set this up to basically make more money. And this week in Detroit, I know that the people from Detroit came over in December to kind of, spread the the story of what's going on with them. But basically, um, the water people in Detroit, they raised the charges there this week, and that was just because they weren't making enough money. People weren't using enough water. So like the whole thing about conservation, it doesn't mean anything. Like if everybody here was brilliant at like conserving water, they're just going to raise the price no matter what. And I think I think everybody knows like we are paying for water already. Everybody realizes that. Yeah. Okay. And what I'll ask everybody here today to do between now and leading up to April, you all have to become leaders in this. You have to talk to your neighbours. You have to engage with them. Like, is everybody who's from Port Ireton here? Who's from Monasterevin? Anyone from? I don't really know a lot of the villages. I think we definitely have a couple from Ballybrittis anyway, don't we? Yeah, back there and here. Um, any other places? Does anybody want to? Well, I'm from Dublin, but I live here now, like so. But yeah, so really, what we're just going to ask is all between now and April, talk to your neighbours, talk to your family, talk to your friends. Like, let them know that if they pay, it's going to get a lot more expensive. Once they get into the system, like, and like the only way that we can defeat this is if we stand together. If we decide that we're not going to pay it, because by not paying it, if we can convince, like a lot of people are afraid, like the government are trying to put fear into them. There's all the different talk of like what will happen to it if you don't pay. Well, in the Irish Water Act of 2015, you can't get fined up until 15 months after the first bill. So that's in July 2016. If you don't pay this April, you won't get fined till July 2016. So with that knowledge, everybody can kind of calmly not pay till the 2016 if they want. There's no fear of anything happening. And like by that stage, there'll be a general election here. And if enough people are taking the stance of not paying, all the other opposing parties are going to come in and they're going to promise to abolish Irish water. Like, that will be the main agenda: is to tear it down and to go back to bring the power back to the local councils and let them manage our water and go back to the way it was, because this is just a money grabbing thing. And that's all. I think you all know this. I think everybody who came out here has read up on this and have the knowledge. Maybe I'm just repeating myself, like, but I won't actually go on too much longer. I'll pass over to Mary now. Um, just up until now, like all the flyers and the posters and the banners and everything we've done to kind of spread awareness with the group and the committee, it's been through donations of people. We've got 2 buckets here, and if anybody has any spare change to throw it in, like, and really what that's going to go towards is it's going to go towards more flyers to basically spread info throughout the town and keep people aware of what's happening. So I don't know. I think I think we've Willie and Breda. Who's I think Brian is around there somewhere in the bucket. So if anybody could just throw in €1 would make a massive difference. We'd really appreciate it. Um, but yeah, so thanks very much everybody for coming. Mary.
Hi everybody, how are you? You're a hearty bunch. Again, the last time it was raining, today you've been frozen to bits. Again, thanks very much for coming out. We really appreciate it. A lot of people say thanks to us for organising and doing all of that. But what we want to do is say thanks to all of ye, because anything we do is nothing without ye coming out. Okay? I'd like to start off or anything. Anything that I talk about comes from my heart. And it just falls out of my mouth. And that's all the way it's going to be today, okay? But I want to make something clear. Lots of people have been asking, why are we marching? We're marching to let those in government know we are not happy with their performance. We will not keep accepting the crap that we've been getting and the service that we've been getting at the huge cost that they are. Now, you can still make up your mind whether you pay the bills or not. It's up to you. But please do so only with the right knowledge. Understand that if you pay the bills, you will just get them increased and increased and increased year after year. And I want to make something clear to the entity that's called Irish Water that I won't accept at all. I am a citizen. I'm not a customer. I contract to be a customer. I sign documents to be a customer. And I certainly didn't sign any documents with Irish Water. That's what you've got to remember. I am not a customer. I'm a citizen. And it's about time this government and this country started recognising that I am a citizen and I have rights and I pay for the civil servants' wages and I pay the massive, crazy money that the TVs are getting. If you take into account their pensions and everything, it costs us about 300,000 per TV per year. That's some amount of money. Of course they're not worried about paying water. Of course they're not. And remember, this is to say over and over again, we pay for water. Those that are saying, you know, what's wrong with you? We need to fix the system and that. We pay for water. 1.2 billion a year we pay for water. And where has that money gone? We pay it in USC, VAT, VRT, motor taxation. And if you want to charge me again, I want all my money back and I want it backdated. Every single bloody penny of it I want back. I've had enough of it. You know, last night it came out that even the emergency accommodation for the homeless in Dublin had been pulled back. They don't give a damn about anybody. It was because one poor guy died on the steps of the Dáil that they had to do something in public. Nothing about the people that are out there now homeless. And I can actually tell the government how to fix the homeless problem. Stop evicting people from their houses. Stop evicting them. And I won't charge them 5 million in consultant fees to do it. You know, that's the truth of it is. Last week in Portlaoise, last Tuesday, there were 70 cases of eviction of. 70 cases, 70 people. That's 70 families a week in Portlaoise. It's the same happening in Tullamore. I know people in this town that can't pay their mortgages, can't put the right food on their tables, and they expect them to pay for water. Really? The second time, as Barry just reminded me, absolutely. What the hell do they think we're doing? There's weeks I get my wage packet and I look to see if I owe any of it. I'll actually have to give money on top of it. And I know this, Barry just reminded me, this is a sensitive issue sometimes for people, but our suicide rate in Ireland, it's at an it's epidemic. People have had enough, they can't take anymore. We really can't take anymore. There are people, I don't know if any of you are like me, but I'm living from check to check, wage to wage. And I know of people that are hardly living from, you know, like benefit to benefit. And by the way, this isn't about whether you're unemployed, working, or anything else. Every single one of us pay tax from the moment we wake up until the moment we go back to bed. TV licenses, NCTs, you know, they could go on about it forever. And they want to keep on taking. What's happening at the moment is the people in this country and everywhere are getting richer and richer on the backs of us. That's actually what's happening. And you know what's happening to the poor? We're actually feeding the poorer. There's a crowd of clothes, you know, like the jacket off your back. They're walking around Dublin and Galway and Wexford, handing out coats and jackets to people on the streets. That's how bad it is. And we don't always see that. You know, can you imagine a life without a house? Somebody asked me one day, what would you miss most if you lost your house? And there's not a thing in it that I miss. You know what I miss? The security of turning the key. The security of being protected. Can you imagine all that you'd have? It's an owl bag and a sleeping bag. Can you imagine that? So this is about a lot more than water, guys. But it was water
again, and I'll say it again, that brought us together. Because unfortunately, there's people in trouble, and they're too proud to tell us. We need to be able to have a voice for those people. We need to start saying it's not okay to treat people like that. Every single one of us are from this community, because I only heard Portarlington, although we have a few out over sprinkled in there and stuff. But look to each other. Look beside you. These are your neighbours and that. Do you want to wake up someday and know that some of them are in their houses and can't afford to turn on the tap to wash themselves? Can you? Do you remember in 2010? Because I remember like it was last year. 2010, our pipes all froze. You remember that? And there was a crowd of us out, because I was one of them when the pipes froze. And there was neighbours that had water and there was neighbours that didn't. The neighbours that had water were out with garden hoses, putting water into our houses, and helping each other out. Can you imagine if you're paying a load of money for water that you come out and do that? You wouldn't be able to afford it. It takes the humanity out of you. It takes the kindness out of you, and it puts into a just survival. As Barry said, the crowd in Detroit, because there was not as bad as summer, not as hot, they didn't use as much water. So now they're being penalised for not having used as much water. And that's what will happen to us. 3 days out of the 5 we have rain in this country, and they want to charge us. I'm actually thinking of setting up a little business. I'm going to think of something, right? And I'm going to bill all of you. I am. If it's working for Irish Water, why wouldn't it work for me? And it's actually going to be a bill for something you already pay for, but I don't care. Irish Air or the Snow, we'll do that. You know, that's how silly it is, guys. And you do have to make up your own mind about whether you pay or not. But I can tell you who's not paying. I'm not paying again. God, don't do what your heart tells you to do. And stop being fearful. Stop being afraid all of the time of making a stand and doing what's right for you. Stand up. It actually feels great. You know, there was a part of me that feared doing all of this. Because as much as you think I like doing, I actually don't enjoy this. I've no interest in politics. I'm just a community woman. I just love my community. This is where I'm from. And these are the people I deal with every day. And I can't watch them keep on suffering. I just will not watch them keep on suffering. And it's up to every single one of us. As Barry said, go to your neighbour, go to your friends, those that aren't on Facebook. Tell them not to be fearing our water. Because, folks, it's not just about paying a bill. This is about handing another resource over to foreign investors. This is about the way our fishing was sold, our gas was sold, our oil was sold. They sold everything. We have nothing left to sell. But you know what? Over my dead body are they going to sell the water? To hell with that. It's ours. We put up with it long enough, and we used to whinge about it long enough. Now it's ours. And it's a resource. They've realised that the oil isn't the resource it was and so forth. So now they want our water. And what better country to come and rob us of our water than a country, like I said, where every 3 days out of 5 it rains. So the reason for this march today, guys, was just to reassure you that we're not gone anywhere. You're not gone anywhere. And the fight is still on. The fight is still on. You know? And as Barry also said, the first fine will come in July 2016. That's the year, if we allow them to stay on till then, that there'll be an election. You'd think they're going to imprison any of you. You know, seriously, no one's going to prison. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind a stint in prison where I wouldn't have to worry about my electricity, my heat, my food, my entertainment and my education. Or my bloody water. It's the truth. So I want you all to know we're on your side, we're all in it together, and please don't do what's against your best judgment. If we don't pay the bill again, they'll have to go somewhere else. I refuse to accept Irish Water. I've nothing. And it better start believing that if I get one more letter with "Dear Customer" on it, I won't be happy. because I want everyone here to realise you're customers of nobody unless you sign up. You're citizens of this country, and you deserve the respect that that citizenship used to enable you to have, and we have to get it back. Sorry, folks, I'm not going to hold you any longer. It is cold. I'm aware that you're all dying to have a jar or a cup of coffee again. I am anyway. I'm thinking me hot brandy straight away. But again, we just want to thank everybody that's helped out here today. Helped out with this, making sure that we had a stand, that helped out by putting a few bob into the bucket. I swear we won't be spending it on drink or anything of this for the flyers and the posters and that, because we've all been putting our hands in our pocket ourselves and a bit of donations. But thanks everybody, the committee, like I said, lots of people have helped us out. But my biggest thank goes to ye. My biggest thanks goes to the people that got off their bus, walked out on the street, feet on the street, and said what you're feeling, rather than sitting at home whinging about it. All right, thanks guys.